Okay. Um. Well, you know. It's after midnight. Okay. And I would say this. I think it comes down to values. I think it comes down to values. I think people appreciate. You know what they appreciate. I think it's just it varies from person to person. Values are what separate us. I am personally not all that ecstatic about this fucking life anyway. All of the pain and suffering and dying that comes to life, and and all that stuff. It's just, I tell you, I don't know. And if we could get rid of all the pain and suffering in life, you know, will we still even be able to have some sort of pleasure? Is there not a necessary tension? And if we can control the tension, I mean, is that even realistic? I mean, would something like a human being put themselves in the sort of suffering necessary to get the kind of reward that they would truly be able to appreciate on a level where they could, value um all that kind of stuff? You know what I'm saying? You know. So even if we could end pain and suffering, would life not become bland and pointless? And would we not already be dead in some fashion? Would life not be pointless then? I think it comes down to values. People are asking the question: who has a higher IQ? Whoever is a whole and complete man or woman or whatever, whoever is complete, whoever is whole. Is these are the people that you can say, okay, all right, you know, this is okay. This is a person I can look at and try to study them, and give some sort of, you know, give them a sort of a moment of pause and a moment of looking over. That's okay. But all this white and black bullshit, quit fucking with it. If you're a person who is interested in the correctness or possible correctness in life, and you happen to be white, don't follow white people. White people are not a correct people. And I wouldn't suggest that where they're going to lead is to a place of correctness. I really don't honestly believe that. 100% is possible. Do I think what white people are doing is going to lead to something like whole and appropriate? Not really. I mean, thus far, looking around society, I don't think they are. Do I think following black people is going to lead you to something proper and holy? Oh, no. No, no, no. Asians? No, sir. The East Indians? No, I don't think it's going to happen. I think we follow the numbers. And trying to determine what race is better at what kind of shit and excluding people from different things, that's man's design. Homo sapiens. Well, look, I don't even want to say that's man's design. I mean, that sounds almost, for my taste, a little bit too fucking cliche for my standards. That sounds a little bit too cliche. I would say it is the way of man to do this. And I don't think it's going to bring you to God. Black man, white man, Asian man. Look at the components that are put in front of you. Naturally, the things that naturally come in front of you. That destiny and that fate have for you. And count them. And track them. And work those components. And see what you get. That's fucking life. Okay? And I think a part of me, though I try not to speak too much in absolutes, I think that's what you fucking get in life. I think that's the end of the road. So perhaps we can use this life for a study time. And is it the case that being around black people is going to get in the way of studying and counting and measuring and working the components that are put before you? If blacks are doing that, and it is your experience where black people are, separate yourself from the problem and see if that doesn't change for a time. And base your opinions off of that. If you're in a Western culture and it's too artificial, you think, or something like this, maybe just to throw something out there, maybe it's too artificial, and that's getting in the way of you learning the components or taking what's given to you and trying to understand it and see what it means to you, separate yourself from Western culture and see if it works, see if that helps. But I think that's what it's going to take. I think that if it is possible for a man to find God or to find the divine in the dark and in the harshness of the Congo during bloody times, I think it's worth it. Nothing is guaranteed. Mankind, nothing is guaranteed, man. So as far as who is sporting the best cranial guts, what group of people is sporting the best cranial guts? Well, maybe some fucking people are focusing on things that don't matter. Maybe the problems that people are trying to fix aren't going to be fixed by dealing with these problems. Maybe people are focusing on the wrong things. And yeah, these problems have to be dealt with, I suppose, by people who feel they have to deal with them or some shit like that. Leave that to the rest of society. This isn't for everybody. This channel isn't for everybody. Life is not necessary. Life is not necessary. White people don't have happiness. In Western culture, there's not happiness. And in great measure, I don't think. Nor in Africa is there happiness in great measure. There are things that people like to do in each culture. But if you are looking for a cure to what ails you, which is the uncertainty of life, the unpredictability of life, if you're focusing on racial superiority, maybe you're focusing on the wrong things. Do what is necessary. Do what is possible. Do what is righteous and appropriate and correct. I think it says I think it says in the Bible somewhere something like, in great wisdom there is great suffering, And he who increases his knowledge increases his suffering. So on the potentially painful, well, I think there's very good potential for pain and suffering on the road to trying to find righteousness and correctness and wholeness. Focus on what is put in front of you. And ask yourself, does this shit add up? In the grand scheme of things, if I die tonight, does it add up? Does it get me any closer to wholeness or to righteousness? And what do you do in the meantime? Man, fuck the meantime. Give every second to the divine. So that's what I think of race and IQ. Basically, fuck what people are talking about. Fuck that bullshit. Death comes like a thief. Death comes like a thief in the night. I try to give myself over to righteous causes. And this race and IQ shit, I'll let another man have it, man. You know, fuck black people, fuck white people, fuck Asian people, fuck all races of people. All is number, okay? I say all is number, all is vibration. And I'm here to count, and that's what I intend to do. So, yeah, that's what I think about fucking racial supremacy. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay, that's that.